Think you know how airports and airlines really work? Think again, especially in 2026, where tech, data, and hidden practices have evolved even further. That seemingly innocent USB charging port at Peshawar International or a busy hub like Dubai could quietly drain more than your battery. It might steal your personal data. Your lost bag from a PIA flight isn't just gone forever. It's likely on a wild journey ending in a public auction. And the truth about what happens behind the locked cockpit door on those long-haul routes to Europe or the Middle East, it's something passengers like you and me were never meant to uncover. We've dug deep into the underbelly of the aviation world, pulling from insider reports, recent investigations, and real-world data to expose 11 shocking secrets that airlines and airports are desperately hoping stay hidden. Some will make you furious about privacy invasions and environmental waste. Others will arm you with practical tips to save money, protect your stuff, and fly smarter, or connecting through Doha to London. But trust me, you'll want to stick around for #8. It's a routine procedure happening in cockpits on thousands of flights daily, and passengers are deliberately kept in the dark to avoid panic. By the end, you'll see every airport and flight differently. Let's pull back the curtain, starting with the biggest data betrayal. 11. Your PNR file, a detailed dossier that's bought and sold without your consent. The instant you book a flight, say on the PIA app or Emirates website, a passenger name record, PNR, is generated. This isn't just basic info. It's a comprehensive file packed with details. Your full name, contact info, travel companions, who you're flying with and why it might matter, payment methods including partial credit card numbers, special meal requests revealing dietary or religious preferences, seat choices, and even notes from past flights like passenger complained about delay or frequent flyer with elite status. But here's the truly alarming expansion in 2026. Airlines don't just store this, they monetize it. Recent reports from organizations like the ACLU and investigative outlets reveal that through data brokers like the Airlines Reporting Corporation, ARC, airlines sell or share access to billions of PNRs with government agencies such as DHS, ICE, and even foreign intelligence partners, often without warrants or your knowledge. For instance, a 2025 Senate inquiry exposed how ICE purchased over 150 million travel records in a single year to track immigration patterns, bypassing traditional legal channels. In Pakistan, similar data sharing happens with international carriers like Qatar Airways or Turkish Airlines for security alliances, potentially linking your domestic PIA hop to global watch lists. Your entire travel history, from Peshawar to Islamabad layovers, becomes a traceable profile used for surveillance. Pro tip, to minimize exposure, book with privacy-focused tools like VPNs, use virtual credit cards for payments, and opt out of loyalty programs if you're concerned about data trails. Remember, you're not just a passenger. In their eyes, you're a data point worth selling. 10. Lost bags. Not destroyed, but auctioned off, with your stuff inside. Airlines have improved tracking tech. Think Bluetooth tags integrated into systems by 2026. But globally, over 25 million bags still get mishandled annually, delayed, damaged, or lost forever. In Pakistan, PIA reports around 5 to 7 mishandled bags per 1,000 passengers, often due to rushed connections at hubs like Karachi or Dubai. But what happens to those permanently lost bags after 90 days? They don't vanish or get incinerated. Most end up at massive unclaimed baggage centers, like the famous one in Scottsboro, Alabama, which processes over 1 million items yearly from US and international airlines. Your suitcase is opened, content sorted, cleaned sometimes, and sold to the public at steep discounts. That high-end laptop you checked, it could be resold for $200. Your favorite winter jacket from a Peshawar market, gone to a bargain hunter. Family gifts or personal photos, scattered or discarded. Baggage handlers spill the beans. Soft shell bags with dangling straps or wheels are prone to snags in conveyor systems. The straps rip off tags, sending bags into limbo. Hard shells fare better, but overloaded zippers burst mid-transit. Expanded pro hacks. Always pack essentials, meds, chargers, a change of clothes, and carry-on. Use Apple AirTags or Samsung Smart Tags for real-time tracking. Stories abound of passengers locating bags airlines lost in warehouses. For PIA or regional flights, add bright, unique identifiers like colored tape or custom luggage covers to speed reunions. And if your bag vanishes, file claims immediately. Airlines like Emirates offer up to $1,600 compensation under Montreal Convention rules, but you need proof.
9. Airport designs, sophisticated mind games to maximize your spending. Forget the old myth about special carpet slowing you down. That's debunked. But airport architecture in 2026 is a full-on psychological operation refined with data from passenger flow studies and AI analytics. Take the layout. Duty-free zones hit right after security because you're in a relief state. Stress drops, dopamine rises, making you 20–30% more likely to impulse buy luxury perfumes or chocolates. Those long, meandering walkways in hubs like Dubai International, DXB, or Istanbul's new megaterminal aren't for fun. They're engineered curves that force exposure to 50–100% more storefronts than a straight path. Food courts at the far end, you pass high-margin shops, electronics, jewelry, first, building hunger fatigue that leads to overpriced grabs. Sensory tricks amp it up. Subtle scents, fresh-baked goods near gates, calming music tempos, 60 to 80 BPM to relax you into spending, and even lighting, brighter in retail areas to draw eyes. In Pakistan's airports like Peshawar or Lahore, similar tactics push duty-free tobacco or local souvenirs. Studies from the Airport Council International show relaxed passengers spend up to 10% more, with retail revenue often exceeding landing fees. Pro tip: set a walk-through budget. Use apps like airport maps to navigate shortcuts or quieter paths. Eat before security, carry snacks, and shop online pre-flight for duty-free pickups to avoid the traps. 9. Airport designs, sophisticated mind games to maximize your spending. Forget the old myth about special carpet slowing you down. That's debunked. But airport architecture in 2026 is a full-on psychological operation refined with data from passenger flow studies and AI analytics. Take the layout. Duty-free zones hit right after security because you're in a relief state. Stress drops, dopamine rises, making you 20–30% more likely to impulse buy luxury perfumes or chocolates. Those long, meandering walkways in hubs like Dubai International, DXB, or Istanbul's new megaterminal aren't for fun. They're engineered curves that force exposure to 50–100% more storefronts than a straight path. Food courts at the far end, you pass high-margin shops, electronics, jewelry, first, building hunger fatigue that leads to overpriced grabs. Sensory tricks amp it up. Subtle scents, fresh-baked goods near gates, calming music tempos, 60 to 80 BPM to relax you into spending, and even lighting, brighter in retail areas to draw eyes. In Pakistan's airports like Peshawar or Lahore, similar tactics push duty-free tobacco or local souvenirs. Studies from the Airport Council International show relaxed passengers spend up to 10% more, with retail revenue often exceeding landing fees. Pro tip: set a walk-through budget. Use apps like airport maps to navigate shortcuts or quieter paths. Eat before security, carry snacks, and shop online pre-flight for duty-free pickups to avoid the traps.
8. The cockpit nap secret, controlled rest, and why it's kept quiet. On long-haul flights over 8 hours, think PIA's routes to London or Emirates marathons to New York, a routine procedure unfolds behind that armored door. One pilot takes a short, regulated nap while the other maintains control. Called controlled rest, it's FAA banned for in-seat naps in the US. Pilots must use crew rest bunks on ultra-longs, but standard in Europe, Asia, and Middle East carriers like Qatar or Turkish Airlines, where regulations allow 30 to 45-minute rests to combat fatigue. Why this secrecy? Airlines know it could freak out passengers. Wait, the pilot's asleep? But it's safety science. Studies from the European Aviation Safety Agency show it reduces errors by 20 to 30% on red-eyes. Protocols are strict. Naps only in cruise with wake-up alarms and co-pilot fully alert. The deeper shock, it exposes chronic pilot fatigue. With 2026 shortages, post-COVID recovery plus retirements, pilots log more hours, up to 100 a month under some regs. Reports from unions like ALPA highlight overwork leading to near misses. In Pakistan, PIA pilots have raised similar concerns amid fleet expansions. Pro tip: for peace of mind, choose airlines with strong rest policies. Check IATA ratings. If anxious, chat with crew. They're trained to reassure without spilling secrets.
7. Cabins are cleaner than ever. But security bins are germ nightmares. Post-2020, cabin cleanings are rigorous. HEPA filters recycle air every 2 to 3 minutes, 99.97% virus capture. Surfaces wiped with hospital-grade disinfectants between flights. Your seat on a 2026 Emirates or PIA jet is likely cleaner than a typical office desk. But the real filth, airport security bins. A 2025 study by the Journal of Travel Medicine found them harboring more bacteria than toilet handles. Hundreds of passengers dump sweaty shoes, belts, and pocket lint hourly with minimal sanitizing, maybe a quick spray daily. In busy spots like Peshawar or Dubai, turnover is insane. Expanded risks, bins spread norovirus, E. coli, even antibiotic-resistant strains. Pro hack, wash or sanitize hands immediately post-security. Use your own bag for items, or wear gloves if high risk. Carry wipes for bins if paranoid.
6. Overbooking, a calculated bet, and how to profit if you're bumped. Airlines oversell by 5 to 15% using AI algorithms predicting no-shows, weather, holidays, patterns. In 2026, with fuller flights, bumps rise. DOT reports 50,000 involuntary yearly in the US alone. Secret: if involuntarily bumped, law requires cash comp, 200% one-way fare, up to $775 for 1 to 2 hour delays, 400%, up to $1,550 for longer. Vouchers? Airlines push them because they're cheaper and expire. For PIA or regional, similar under CAA rules, up to PKR 100,000 equivalent. Pro tip: volunteer first for vouchers and perks, hotels, meals. If involuntary, demand cash and rebooking. Apps like Expert Flyer alert overbooks. 5. Padded schedules and ghost flights. Delays hidden, environment wasted. Flights longer now? Airlines add 10 to 30-minute padding. A 2.5-hour route scheduled for 3 hours masks delays for 85% plus on-time ratings. Ghost flights. Empty planes flown to retain slots, e.g. Heathrow requires 80% use it or lose it. 2026 estimates 5,000 plus yearly in Europe, burning fuel equivalent to 100,000 cars' emissions. You pay via higher fares. In Asia/PK, similar for slots at Doha or Istanbul. Pro tip: check historical times on FlightAware. Book realistic slots. 4. Airport gouging. Beyond water, exchanges and ATMs are the real scams. $12 water? Rent plus monopoly. But exchanges offer 10 to 20% worse rates than banks, plus $5 to $10 fees. ATMs add 3 to 5% surcharges. And Peshawar or DXB, tourist traps hit hard. Pro hawks, no-fee cards, Revolut or Wise, empty bottle for free fills, preload local currency ops. 3. Public USB and Wi-Fi. Juice jacking and honeypots lurk. USB ports. Malware via juice jacking steals data. FBI warns, rare but rising in 2026 with smarter hacks. Wi-Fi. Fake honeypots mimic real networks, intercept logins. Pro, own adapter plus VPN. NordVPN, ExpressVPN. Avoid if possible. 2. SSS, the random or not screening nightmare. SSS equals pot downs, full bag swaps. Triggers, random, one-way tickets, cash buys, risk profiles. Overrides pre-check, can chain flights. Red dress number helps sometimes, but algorithm rules. Pro, arrive early, stay calm. It's not personal. Dim lights, not ambience. Emergency eye adjustment. Lights dim for night ops. Pre-adopts eyes to dark for 90-second evac in crash or smoke. Shades up, crew spots hazards. Takeoff and landing, 80% incidents. Stark safety reminder.